Let's check out the Assyrian and Babylonian records. The powerful Assyrian Empire kept extremely detailed annals, especially from the 10th century BCE onward. David and Solomon are never mentioned. The Babylonian chronicles do mention Jehoiakim and the fall of Jerusalem around 586 BCE, but that's 400 years after Solomon. If David and Solomon ruled a vast empire with international influence, as described in 1 Kings, we'd expect some mention in the archives of the world's 2 major regional powers. But there is none. Most renowned historians and archaeologists today believe the David and Solomon kingdom never existed as described in the Bible. The stories in the Bible were written centuries later, during or after the Babylonian exile, and projected backwards to create a glorious founding myth. There is no contemporary inscription outside the Bible that confirms the grandeur of their supposed empire. Modern historians see this absence as deeply significant, because if the biblical account were accurate, we'd expect a regional empire like Solomon's to appear in international archives. Instead, what we find are small tribal settlements, with no archaeological evidence of a grand centralized empire in Jerusalem during this period. In other words, the silence of the world's great powers speaks volumes. The empire of David and Solomon, as described in the Bible, simply doesn't match the world of real documented history. It is more likely a legendary narrative written centuries later, not a historical fact.